in Louisiana for a long time, and it is time to get this and this out of here. So let's get this trailer connected and get on the road. Livingston, Texas, here we come. I have shown this once before. This is the 12-gallon Husky container that you can get at Home Depot, and it holds the original Starlink basic kit extremely well. This is the plastic piece that came inside the cardboard box that held the router and the dish, and all I did was take it out and put it directly inside of the 12-gallon storage tote. And then this is the Starlink router that goes right there. And then there is the Starlink dish. And I always just put that in there for no reason whatsoever, really. And then the base stand. And it's a tight fit because it's an exact fit, but there you have it. All held up and ready to go. And until I find a better way to do it, this is how I'm getting cables in and out of the trailer. I have a little haul rope that I use to pull wire in from the inside and pull back out when I'm done. Then I just kind of loosely tie it off here on the gas line, and then I can put both of those back in and close up, and that cord is there for next time. Plates! These are dog bowls! Well, that food was actually really good in those dog bowls, and gotta have those plates when it's time for dinner, though. We have made it to Texas. Texas has been pretty good so far, and we are here to get our driver's license and our domicile taken care of. We're domiciling with escapees. That's how we get our mail. I will have some more information on that in an upcoming video. But the driver's license part has been kind of interesting. There's now this new thing called a real ID, and by new, I mean it's like 10 years old, however old it is. And it's kind of a pain in the butt. In Texas, if you own a vehicle, it has to be registered in the state of Texas first. If you don't register it first, then they don't give you your driver's license. Because that makes sense to somebody, I don't know why. If you don't have a car, you can get a driver's license no problem whatsoever. It's probably just some bureaucratic red tape, it's some BS, and you just gotta do it. So I went and did it. In order to get your vehicle registered in Texas, you need a vehicle inspection. I looked it up, the price is $7. What do you get for a $7 inspection? Not a whole heck of a lot. It drives forward, it drives backwards, the brakes work, the lights work. That'll be $7. Oh wait, sorry, do you have insurance? Nobody's ever found a way to drive a car without car insurance, right? So after I get the vehicle registered, I go back and I need to have a couple of pieces of mail with my name on it. I need to have proof of insurance. I need to have my existing driver's license and my birth certificate. And the process is fairly straightforward. Do an eye test. They had me read the same line with both eyes. because I couldn't cheat at that. So I got my driver's license. They gave me a piece of paper, and I need to wait for that hard plastic driver's license to come in the mail. Now, if you're female, here's where it gets really interesting. You need a chain of custody from birth until your current last name, if you've been a name changer along the way as you've gotten married and divorced and so forth. So make sure you are prepared and have all of that stuff with you, because if you don't, they'll send you home. Even if some of the documents you have, like your marriage license, which matches your state ID, prove that you had the ability to do all of that, because being married to more than one person at the same time is illegal, that doesn't matter. We won't use logic or common sense in this. Must have every single piece of paper to get your new papers. It did feel good pulling into Lake Livingston State Park. That's where we stayed the first 2 weeks in Texas. When we got here, the camp host said, "You're gonna be here for a week. Do you want a Texas State Parks pass?" First off, I do a lot of things in state parks, and Texas is a big state, so I'm gonna spend a lot of time in state parks in Texas. Yes, I do want a state parks pass. Well, wouldn't you know it, getting the state parks pass gets you a nice discount on staying at the park. So they gave me $5 back immediately after buying the state parks pass. So now I have a state parks pass, and we stayed in the state park, and we actually wound up staying here for 2 weeks. Maximum stay available 14 days. Once you stay beyond 14 days, you have to go somewhere else and stay, and then you can come back. And I don't know if there's ways around that or not, and I'm not really all that worried about it. There's plenty of places to stay around here, and plenty of places that are actually cheaper than the state park. Not complaining, state park's fantastic, just information. Plenty of places that are cheaper than the state parks. But I do wonder if I could stay for 14 days in my name, and then 14 days in my wife's name, and then 14 days in my dog's name, then I'm here for more than a month. Fantastic, you know? There's a lot of amenities in this park. Boat ramp, swimming area, kayak rental, stand-up paddleboard rental, walking trails, archery range. This park is huge. My arm's getting tired, I had to switch arms. This park is so huge that for our first week, we stayed on the left side of the park as you're coming in the entryway. And we had decent cellular internet service, decent cell phone coverage, decent cellular internet service. It worked fine. And then we moved over to the right side as you come in the front entrance, and we have no cellular service and no cellular internet at all. Kind of weird that the coverage kind of drops in the park that much from one side to the other. That's how big this place is. As someone who's not from Texas, there are alligators here. That was interesting to know. So, you know, unless you're from the area, don't walk on the trails by yourself, because you have to kind of get used to the fact that there are alligators here. I think I might risk it. I'm gonna take a walk down the trail now while filming. So if I get chewed up by an alligator on camera, you guys call the ambulance for me, please. This place fills up fast on the weekends. There are a lot of people that stay here on the weekends, and we were not able to get a full 14-day stay in the same spot because of the weekenders. Freaking weekenders, man, am I right? Take a look at this. It is Thursday right now as I'm recording this part of this video, and there is nobody here at all. There are 30 sites here. What is there, 6 people here? This is kind of the way I like it, to tell you the truth. It's nice and quiet. Weekends aren't bad, weekenders aren't bad. I've got no complaints, I'm just being silly. You get to meet some really interesting people on weekenders. I learned that the guy parked next to me in his Teslas have camp modes. I didn't know this. Thought he was coming in for just a quick cheap charge. Turns out he was spending the weekend in his Tesla and using the camp mode. So you plug into the pedestal and you run the AC in the car and you put the seat back and turns off the headlights and does a whole bunch of other extra neat things while you're staying in the car with all the windows closed and everything. So another reason to get yourself a Tesla. We will be staying in the Livingston area for a while until we get our tags ready. We're gonna stay at a different location. This is our last night here. No alligators. This is our last night here at this park, and then we are heading on to another RV park location. But if you are in the Livingston, Texas area and you want to hang out, drop me a message down below in the chat or in my email address, and we will figure out a way to connect and maybe go do some ham radio, parks on the air type stuff, or whatever. Have a nice meal, have a beer, whatever. All these R's here on these pedestals, all these R's here on these posts, that means weekenders are coming. Brace yourselves. This is a new channel, so if y'all could help me out by subscribing, I would love to see that subscriber number go up. That's what makes my day. There is a video right up here I think you'll enjoy next. I'll see you over there.